Hello and welcome to Bobcat Bulletin. I'm Lelaine.
And I'm Brennan. Today we'll be covering everything from exploring new places and events to increases pricing on gas.
San Marcos is full of wonderful and relaxing parks, but if you like to skateboard, then Liam Colston has a park for you.
I'm Liam Colston, and today I'm going to show you around the San Marcos Veterans Skate Park.
The park is located on the corner of McGee Street and Mariposa Street. The park is quite large and has a lot to offer. Along with not many people knowing about it, the park has a wide open range to relax and explore. I sat down with beginner and local skateboarder Mansfield Ansumana to ask him about what he enjoys about the park.
I like coming to the skate park. As you can see, it's not very crowded. It's a little closer to where I live, so I like coming out here a lot. This park is nice. You know, it has a little playground for your kids, and it's a wide open area if you want to go up there playing with your dog. You know, it has a bunch of picnic areas you can sit at as well. And lastly, you know, of course, it has a skate park.
What's your favorite trick to do here?
As of now, I can't do many tricks, but I like to go around the pump track they have here. It's pretty useful.
So come on out and explore the pump track or skate the box.
That's all for today. Now back to you at the studio.
Zilker Metropolitan Park is considered Austin's most beloved park. This 351-acre metropolitan park is home to a variety of recreation opportunities, facilities, and special events for individuals and families. So if you're looking for somewhere to enjoy some fun this spring, make sure to visit Zilker. The park has a disc golf course, 5 volleyball courts, and the famous Barton Springs pool. Saturdays, Sundays, and holidays from March to September, there's a $5 parking fee payable at park-wide pay stations. Once you find a nice spot, be sure to enjoy the massive field that surrounds you. If you have a dog, be sure to bring them so they can enjoy it too. So make sure to visit and enjoy all the amenities that Zilker Park has to offer this spring.
Gas prices have been through the roof lately, and everyone is not happy about it. Here's Gustavo Flores, who got his interview a San Marcos local about what they have been paying.
Hello, Bobcat Bulletin. My name is Gustavo Flores, and I'm here to talk about the high gas prices that we're all experiencing right now. Mostly everyone has a car and has to spend money on gas pretty much every week, especially others who had to commute to Texas State from other cities. I went to look around San Marcos at some of the gas stations around the city, and here's what I found out. Let's take a look. I visited the Sonoco off of exit 206 going to Ocarina Springs Drive and a smaller gas station called Mill Street Market, where I compared gas prices and had an interesting interview with Romina Olalde.
I do not like the gas prices. They're too expensive. They're not too bad right now, but I mean, it could be worse. It's affected a lot. I remember a few months ago, I would have to spend about almost $70 to fill up my gas, my car. And before the gas prices started raising up, I would spend maybe $50. And it's it's not $20 is more, but it's a lot. Prices are going up because of everything that's happening, like COVID, just politics in general. I think that has a lot to do with it. I don't really know much about politics, but I do know ever since we got a new president, they've been going up and they're not going down. So, could be that.
Gas prices are especially more expensive around campus, with Exxon on North Guadalupe Street having $3.49 per gallon as its cheapest rate. So it's best to look elsewhere when you're buying gas. I'm Gustavo Flores, now back to the studio.
Texas State hosted an event called Zine Fest, where local magazine vendors and artists came to showcase not only their handmade magazines, but other handcrafted work. Here's Danny Schaefer with more information on the event.
Hey, I'm Danny Schaefer, and today I'll be attending the Texas State Zine Fest to gain a better understanding of this DIY art medium called zines. As you may be able to conclude by the name, a zine is a miniature magazine that can be used to publish art or communicate a cause on a cost-effective scale. Most zines feature copy and pasted material from an artist and are often assembled by hand, making them much more personal than a sponsored magazine. This event was completely free and was facilitated by a few dozen vendors who came to sell their art or advocate for an important cause. Although zines were the central focus, many vendors sold other items as well, such as stickers, keychains, and even earrings. Every booth was completely unique and operated by friendly faces who were passionate about their work. Attendees of the event also had the opportunity to create zines of their own, and there were plenty of resources available to do this in the zine making corner. Thank you all so much for watching. This has been Danny Schaefer, and I hope you guys have a great day. Now, back to the studio.
All right, Bobcats, don't go anywhere. We still have some cool events to show you,
as well as hearing what seniors are doing for their end of the year thesis. So stay tuned.
Ever look for somewhere where you can get out of the house and enjoy some fun games on a nice day? If so, you're in luck. Putt Pub is the place you can go to enjoy a nice game of mini golf in San Marcos. It's located right off Kamal Street and South LBJ Drive. The spot has lots of games including ping pong, Scrabble, Connect 4, mini golf, and giant beer pong. Still not hooked? The reason it's called Putt Pub is because it also houses a full bar with all drinks you could order. What's better than golfing? Golfing with drinks. So get out of the house and go grab a drink and play a game of golf.
We've got a great Texas State alumni who is now working at the film studio in Dripping Springs, Texas. Here's Paulina Cumpian, who's got a great interview with a public relations.
Public relationist Cristina Rodriguez graduated from Texas State University in December of 2020. She has been the marketing and social media manager for Castor Studios in Dripping Springs, Texas for a year now and has helped update the company's website and social media platforms. However, she explains that she didn't see herself going in this direction when she first started college.
Actually, though, when I came to Texas State, I started out as a business major, and that was great. It was great. Found out it wasn't for me, and I pursued my passion, which is communicating, and that was through the public relations department. So I just wanted to be able to give myself the most opportunities to be able to take advantage of, and I felt like business school was just too limiting for that.
Christina feels that the public relations department did set her up for success in her field of work and is able to apply what she learned in the classroom to her actual job. In addition, she gives fellow students who are in the PR program a word of advice.
Keep going, to just keep writing, keep working on like your language skills for sure. Like that's one of the biggest things that I'm still always working on is just my writing for sure. So I think how you communicate is probably the biggest thing to keep going. I didn't see myself going into the film industry, but now that I'm here, I love it.
Christina admits that the writing skills are very important in this field, as she has written many emails, press releases, and post-worthy comments on the company's social media page. But nonetheless, she is still very excited to have a full-time job as well as be a part of big projects with Castor Studios. To see her work, go to www.castorstudios.com. From Bobcat Bulletin, I'm Paulina Cumpian, and now back to you guys at the studio.
Our first senior of the story is a fashion major, and she tells us what she loves about fashion as well as takes us through her design process for her senior thesis. Sydney Farr with more on the story.
Hello, my name is Hannah Jones. I'm a fashion merchandising major with a minor in business administration at Texas State University. I'm a senior now. I started in 2020 going to Texas State, and I chose fashion merchandising as my major because it's one of my passions. It helps me be creative in a safe environment and helps me show off my personality through a tangible piece, so I really love that. If you can change your whole demeanor by just changing your outfit, which is, there's power in that, and it's also something that brings everyone together. Like, everyone on this planet wears clothes. It doesn't matter what it is, who made it, we all wear clothes, so that's something that, like, brings us all together. That's what I love about it. So for my design process, it kind of changes every time, but I just go with it. What I usually do is I pick out my models. So the FMA does a really good job of having the models audition, and then they have us all meet up at the rec, and then I go over there and I meet them face to face. I explain them my vision and all that, but once I get a clear idea of my models, I then go to Pinterest, I go to magazines, I go to fashion soups, I go to movies, TV shows, stuff like that. But my main inspiration would probably be Pinterest, because they have like everything on there. And then once I have a good vision of where I'm going, like this semester I want to go really airy, spring, with silk materials. I want to use chiffon, I want to use lace, all these materials you see around me. And then once I do that, I then start the actual design process. So then this is the piece I'm currently working on. It is not even halfway done. So it may not even look like this when I'm done with it. But what I wanted to do is first I start off with draping. The bottom piece is just a simple strapless, straight across fitted A-line dress. And then for the lace, I'm thinking it's going to be over it like this, kind of like a two-piece. And then on top of it, it's going to be like a lace bodysuit. So it's going to be under here and then over on this side. So you're going to see it peeking out on like her shoulder. And then it's going to be her skirt on the bottom half. And then I'm considering adding these pleats right here. I iron them, pleat them. It might become like a cold shoulder right here with the draping in the back or on this side. I still haven't decided, but this is the theme. We're gonna go pink lace, very cute, very like ethereal, airy. I have fun with it. I go wherever my creative mind takes me, and I don't know, we'll see what happens.
If you're interested in seeing Hannah's latest designs along with other designers' works, come check out the next Texas State Fashion Merchandising Fashion Show on April 29th at 7 p.m. in the Price Center. To purchase tickets, click the link in the bio of Texas State's Fashion Merchandising's Instagram. Back to you in the studio.
Our next senior is a dance major who's been preparing for her thesis since she was a freshman. Here's Carolina Garza, who takes us through this senior's passion for dance.
My name is Carolina Garza. Today we'll be checking out the Jowers building where we can find some dance majors working on their BFAPs for the upcoming fall semester. Let's go inside.
So I am Risa Natali. I am a dance major, and I am focusing with a performance and choreography path. And so that's why I'm doing my BFA in the fall, which is just a piece that kind of is like a senior thesis. You think about this BFA piece from the moment that you're a freshman in college. Like, they kind of keep putting it like in your head, like, hey, you're gonna be doing this piece, or like pieces, whatever you decide at the end of your like time here, and you're like, oh, okay. And so this entire time I've been like thinking about what I want my concept to be. And I mean, I've had like probably 20 different concepts that I've been like, this is my BFA piece. And finally, when I like landed on this one, it was just a fun little like, cause my concept is lost in the crowd. And I just really like the idea of it not really being about one person, because I like life itself, like obviously like you're your own person and like it's about you in that way, but I like that it's can be about everyone. I think my main goal is to choreograph for the dancers that I have, because I want the dancers to feel like they're doing something that like means something to them. I want them to feel like when they're dancing it, like they want to be doing it, and I feel like that energy like goes into the audience, because then the audience is like, wow, not only did they look great, but they like seem like they feel great doing it. Like, I want the audience to look at it and just be like, wow, that was cool. Like an overall just big picture, like I loved it, that kind of vibe, yeah. As someone that like dances, I improv a lot by myself. You have no idea if your choreography is gonna look good on a group of people, because you're doing it by yourself. And so then it's that thing of like, when I see y'all doing it, I'm like, wow, okay, I had a good vision.
This has been Carolina Garza. Back to you guys.
Once a semester, the Alcock Library holds a long night against procrastination that brings librarians to help assist students in research and finishing their end-of-the-year projects, as well as time to study for final exams. This event took place in Conference Room 441 and offers a variety of donuts as well as unlimited free Red Bull, tea, and coffee to help students stay awake for a long night against procrastination. Of course, students don't have to wait until the library holds this event. Alcock provides many resources students can use all throughout the year to help them with projects, homework, and even spaces to study in. This event was open from 6 p.m. to 11 p.m., but Alcock doesn't close till 1 a.m. and opens at 7:30 a.m., except on weekends. So go get your work done, Bobcats. You're almost done.
All right, Bobcats, we have just a couple more awesome people to share with you, so don't go anywhere.
Stay tuned and see you after the break. Many colleges and even high school graduates are looking into a career in freelancing, but do they have what it takes? Paulina Compian has more on the story.
Hey there, Bobcats. I hope y'all are doing well. I'm Paulina Compian, and today I'm going to be interviewing former Texas State student Aiden Ross, who is now a freelancer in multimedia production. Freelancing, a type of self-employment that makes money on a per-job basis, is a very popular career choice for most of the recent college and high school graduates. Aiden Ross explains why he decided to pursue freelancing after college.
Most of the smaller scale media stuff kind of works on a contract basis. For instance, like on a film set, every single person there is contracted. So freelance is kind of like the way most people do it, because like standard video editor, videographer jobs for companies are a little harder to come by. It's a little more competitive, and I'd rather work for myself, do all kinds of different projects, you know.
Ross majored in electronic media at Texas State University and explains that the media program is what helped him solidify his interest in freelancing, but feels that his experience in the Navy is what helped him persevere through the stress that comes with being a freelancer.
No, there's nothing in the media program that prepares people for like the caliber of work that you need to be capable of to be competitive, because freelancing is the most competitive. Right now I'm actually trying to find a job to take a break from it, because every day can either be a day off or a day you make money, and that's entirely up to you. So it's incredibly stressful. Fortunately, having been in the military and stuff, I can deal with the stress, but I don't always want to. So
Aiden has worked on multiple projects that required motion graphics and video editing for music videos and documentaries for local clients. To see more of his work and capabilities, visit his website at www.aidenrosseditor.com. That's it for me. I'm Paulina Cumpian, and back to the studio.
We all know that being a college student is stress city, but have you tried going to the inner city and stopping by the Mark? The Mark is a nightclub located on San Antonio Street, on the square. The Mark opens at 10 p.m. Tuesday through Saturday. Don't worry if you're not 21 yet, though, because during the week, there are nights such as Latin Nights on Tuesdays and Whiskey Wednesdays that include the 18-plus community. So head on down to the Mark if you want to have fun time and let loose after a busy day of classes.
If you're a student at Texas State and have walked by the steps outside the Alcock Library on campus recently, you may have seen a DJ cooking up some beats. Kayla Alvarez, more on the story.
For his last semester at Texas State University, 21-year-old Josh Fraga has been DJing out on campus every day. I sat down with Josh to learn more.
I'm an advertising student here at Texas State. I'm a videographer, so I film a lot of live concerts around here. But one thing I do this semester, specifically, or why I'm talking to you, is I'm DJing every day this semester, my last semester. So it started as something just to do for fun, but it has slowly turned into something that now a lot of people see me for as DJing. So I've been using it for my abilities, and now I go out and people see my work either on Instagram or just in person. I started within music, just my family. We're a family of musicians, or my dad just loves music. He always brings home just something to talk about from the day of music. I started producing in high school, and it was like my late senior year. Just got into FL Studio, but it was later into college that I got more serious with it and started teaching myself, using the resources around me. This music specifically that I play is mostly just hits that I hear along the way of like just hearing music. I know hip hop is one genre that I stem towards. Sometimes I'll go into more like different genres, more mellow music, but in general, it's kind of things that I just like to hear. I wanted to cater to other people, but I didn't really like doing that, so I wanted to just play what I like to play. I definitely have friends nearby and like fans now that like people respect me because they'll see me just DJing every day, or they'll see me just doing something creative and they respect it. If they don't get it, maybe most people do. Some people, maybe they have different opinions about it, but in general, like, you want to just be able to, like, maintain, I guess, consistency. Definitely be Tyler, the Creator. Yeah, after meeting him, when we talked, the talk that we had was very impactful for me and made me realize, like, what I'm doing. Even at 18, just taking a Greyhound to a Dallas show to try to meet up with my idol and meeting him and talking to him for 40 minutes and, like, him respecting the consistency that I have with what I want to do that definitely motivated me. And now a lot of things that I do with a lot of intention, and I don't really half-ass it. I definitely feel that it's just starting, and like I'm not stopping right here.
I'm Kayla with Bobcat Bulletin. Back to you in the studio.
Are you a big wrestling fan? Well, today's your lucky day to witness a Bobcat Bulletin reporter participate in some of this wrestler's favorite moves. On the mat is Sydney Farr.
Hi, I'm Sydney from the Bobcat Bulletin, and I'm here with my friend Aurora Emmons, and she's going to use me as her dummy to do some wrestling tricks.
My name is Aurora Emmons. I'm a wrestler here at Texas State. I've been wrestling here for the past 2 years, and we recently just sent a team of 5 to the national tournament in Puerto Rico.
Woo woo. Yes. So like I said before, she's about to use me as her dummy on, very own state-of-the-art mats, aka couch cushions. So let's see how this goes.
All right, so I'm going to be doing just a couple of my favorite moves today. My number 1 favorite is a fireman. All right, so it's pretty much what it sounds like. It is a fireman carried over the shoulders. So first, you're coming in here, and you grab the meaty part of the tricep. I like to do it from a full underhook or overhook, but today we'll just do it from the tricep, closed hand like you're swimming. So, meaty part of the tricep. And then you're gonna step with your dominant leg. So for me, I'm left-handed, so I'm grabbing with my right hand, stepping with my left leg. And you step across the body to the opposite knee. Right, don't be scared, Sydney. So you're gonna be down on both knees, and you're keeping this nice and tight. You don't wanna be extended because they'll sprawl on you and get out of it. So stay nice and tight, pull on the tricep, snake your hand down around the ankle, and then you fall to your butt cheek. Are you ready? Tuck your head. You just fall to the butt cheek, throw the leg. So the next one, my next favorite, is a sweep single from an arm drag. So they will be posting on your collarbone, and it's like wax on, wane off, essentially. So you're gonna sweep the arm out and catch it with the other hand. So all together, just like that. And then the single is on the same side of the body. So the fireman was across the body. I stepped left foot to her left foot. Now I'm doing left foot to her right foot. So get the arm drag, come down, sweep to the leg, and you pick it up. And when you keep your head in their rib cage, they will fall down eventually. Eventually. All right, so the last 2 were just basic takedowns. Those are more folk style. That's what you do in high school, during the regular season. This one is gonna be a fun little throw. This is what you see in freestyle. This is what most college wrestling is. So every time you see like the logo for wrestling and it's the guys like straight backwards, it's basically like that. We're not doing that today because all we have is couch cushions on the hardwood floor. All right, we will stand a little bit this week so we don't keep the TV. All right, so overhook, underhook. We're gonna back up a little bit. Okay. Saddle up, pitch around the gut, and I'm just gonna go backwards and then flip over to my belly. Are you ready? Yeah. Okay. Oh, another very important thing that I forgot to mention is in the throw, you're gonna bring your hips in. That's where all your power is coming from. You can't take them straight back. You've gotta get your hips in. You're gonna get real personal. So, you're here, and hips in. Oh! Oh my God! And you land on your belly and get them giggling like a little girl. Thank you guys so much for watching me use Sydney as my throw dummy. I hope you enjoyed. Please be safe. Use protection, aka couch cushions, or something that is not just straight floor, because it will not feel good. So have fun, enjoy. And we'd also like to give a huge special thank you to Coach Radar. He was a big help during this fun little moment, this fun little adventure. So
Yes, he was.
pass the mic on.
All right. This has been Sydney with Bobcat Bulletin. Back to you in the studio.
With the school year coming to a conclusion, classes are starting to wrap up. With this next package, we wanted to give you a glimpse of the team behind each Bobcat Bulletin show.
Hello, my name is Luke Fox, and today we're going to take a behind-the-scenes look of what it takes to make a Bobcat Bulletin show.
MC 3311 Video Productions class, under the direction of Allie Forbes, is the group responsible for producing the weekly Bobcat Bulletin shows. I talked to a couple of my classmates to gain a better idea of what positions they most enjoy and what the environment is like within the studio.
So my favorite role would have to be video playback. It's pretty interesting. I like it because you have to be focused and always know when to play the video, and you have to be just locked in the whole time. And I really like it because I like knowing what makes the show look good, and it's all the cuts. It's I like it, honestly. It's my favorite role. So
one of my favorite roles in the studio has got to be an anchor. As an anchor, you sit in front of the camera, you read the script, and it's, I think, one of the more important roles in a studio setting when you're doing TV and news, because without an anchor, there's no show.
Directing is one of my favorites because it's it's a big leadership role. You're the one guiding everybody through the show, and I've always found myself drawn towards those leadership roles.
The community in the studio, at first, whenever everyone kind of was still getting the hang of it, it was kind of tense. But now it's a little bit more fun. It's a little bit more uplifting because we all can rely on each other. It's more of a fun environment because we're having fun with the content that we're creating.
it's pretty fun. It's pretty lively. I like it a lot. We all get along very well, and it's very hands-on, and I'm getting a lot of experience here, so I truly like it, and I like being around other creative people who like producing shows like I do. So
I love the community in the studio, no matter where it is, because it's always going to be different. But one thing that I can always count on to be the same is everybody getting along and talking and laughing and communicating. The community in here is always, it's always fun.
It takes a lot of courage, patience, and dedication as a team in order to effectively manage each of the many positions within the studio. We hope you enjoyed and got something out of watching the Bobcat Bulletin this year.
My name is Luke Fox. Back to the studio.
Thank you for watching. This has been Bobcat Bulletin, airing one last time for this semester. I'm Brennan Barker.
And I'm Elaine. Good luck on the finals, Bobcats, and we'll see you next year.
Thanks for watching!